Good morning, students. This is 12th standard botany video class, video 1. In this video, we are going to see the unit 9, plant ecology, chapter 8, environmental issues. Dear students, in this lesson, we are going to see different topics: greenhouse gas effect and global warming, afforestation, IUBN, in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. So these are all the different topics we are going to see in this lesson. Dear students, see the chapter outline: greenhouse effect and ozone depletion, forestry, deforestation, afforestation, agrochemicals and their effects, alien invasive species, conservation of a plant, carbon capture and storage. First, we are going to see greenhouse effect and global warming. Then the another topic is ozone depletion. So the first topics: greenhouse effect and global warming. What is greenhouse effect is the important 2-mark question. It is a process by which the heat radiation which is emitted from the sun is captured by certain gases in the atmosphere that increases the temperature of the earth ultimately. That is known as greenhouse effect. So the sun which are emitting the heat radiation is captured by certain gases which is present in the atmosphere or in the air, which increases the temperature of the earth, is known as greenhouse effect. The another question is, what are greenhouse gases? The gases that capture the heat from the sunlight are called greenhouse gases. Example: carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide. The other manufactured chemicals like CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. So these are all the different gases and chemicals known as greenhouse gases. Dear students, the another important 2-mark and 3-mark question is, what is greenhouse gases? Give some example. So the gases which are absorbing heat from the sunlight is known as greenhouse gases. Example: carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide and chlorofluorocarbon. So if the greenhouse gases are increases, means it leads the irreversible changes in the atmosphere. Dear students, see the diagram. The diagram is very much important for 3-mark question. The different contribution of greenhouse gases: carbon dioxide is 60%, methane 20%, chlorofluorocarbon 14%, and other gases are 6%. So out of 100%, these different gases are which are emitting large amount of heat. So out of this circle, which one is the highest heat absorbing gas and increases the temperature of the world is carbon dioxide. So this is the 60% of the heat absorber, and also it increases the temperature of the earth. So dear students, The increasing nature of the greenhouse gases is also increase the absorption of heat, which increases the temperature all over the world and shows some changes in the ecosystem and climatic condition. For example, coral ecosystem is affected by increase in temperature, especially coral bleaching is observed in Gulf of Mannar, Tamil Nadu. So due to the increasing amount of greenhouse gases, increases the earth temperature, leads to changes in the environment as well as the climatic condition. Example is coral ecosystem is affected by increased in temperature, especially coral bleaching, which is present in the Gulf of Mannar, Tamil Nadu. Is important. One more question. Coral bleaching is observed in dash of Tamil Nadu means Gulf of Mannar. The next topic is what are all the human activities which are producing the greenhouse effect. Is the book back important? 3-mark question. Kindly make a note on it. First point is burning of fossil fuel. So the human activities, we are burning the fossil fuels, which increases the, that means releases the carbon dioxide and methane. Likewise, the methods which are used in agriculture farming area and animal husbandry practices is also increase the greenhouse gas effect. Not only that, the electric instruments which are using in our house, that is refrigerator and air conditioner, release the chemical is known as chlorofluorocarbon, is also one of the greenhouse effect producer. Not only that, in the agriculture field, the farmers which are using the chemical fertilizer, these chemical fertilizers which are increasing the nitric oxide. The final one, the automobiles we are using in the land region is also emitting large amount of greenhouse effects. So these are all the different human activities leads to produce the greenhouse gas effect. So the next important 2-mark question is what is global warming? That means the entire earth or a globe is warming due to the increasing temperature. So increase in mean global temperature, that is highest in 4,000 years, due to increased concentration of greenhouse gases is called global warming. So due to the increased concentration of greenhouse gases increases the global temperature. It should be measured highest in 4,000 years. So one of the main reason of global warming is overpopulation, which creates to cultivate more quantity of a food material, fiber and fuel. So these three are the major causes of global warming. So due to the increasing of population, we have to increase the food material, fiber and fuel. So these are all the different major causes of global warming. See the do you know paragraph, clouds and dust particles can also produce greenhouse gases effect. That's why clouds and dust and humid nights are warmer than clear dust free dryness. That means humid nights are warmer than the clear, dust-free, dry nights. So the next important topic and also 5 mark question is effects of global warming. So increasing temperature, global temperature due to increasing quantity of your greenhouse gases. So what are all the effects is taken place due to global warming is the important 5 mark question. Rise in global temperature which cause sea level to rise and polar ice caps and glacier begins to melt. That means the polar region, Arctic region and Antarctica region, which is filled with ice caps and glaciers. Glaciers means floating ice is known as glaciers. These polar ice cap and glaciers are melting. Not only due to this melting of these polar ice caps and glacier, the sea water level will be increased. So that some of the coastal cities are submerging under the sea water in many parts of the world. Coastal cities means cities which are located nearby the seashore is known as coastal cities. So these cities are submerged under the sea water is taken place many part of the world. That is the first ill effects of global warming. Second one, there is a drastic change occur in the weather pattern, bringing more floods and droughts in some area. So one side, it will be too much of water produce or bringing floods. The other region, there is no water content, so the land became too dry. That is said to be drought condition. So weather condition is also changed due to global warming, leads to floods and drought condition. Not only that, the biological diversity is also get modified. Some species ranges get redefined. The tropical and subtropical region face the problem of decreased food protection. So these are all the different effects of global warming is the important 3-mark question. Kindly make a note in your textbook. The next topic is ozone depletion. So layer which is present in the Earth's surface is known as ozone layer, which is present in the stratosphere region of Earth, that absorbs most of the sun's ultraviolet radiation. So this ozone layer is giving protection to the human body by the absorption of ultraviolet radiation from the sunlight. So this layer which is present in the Earth's surface known as stratosphere, this ozone layer is known as ozone shield. So this ozone shield acts as a protective shield against ultraviolet radiation from the sun. This ozone shield which are cutting the ultraviolet radiations emitting from the sun. That is preventing from the ultraviolet radiation of sunlight. That shield is known as ozone shield. That layer is said to be ozone layer. Dear students, above the sea level region is known as atmosphere. Just above the atmosphere, there are 2 layers is there. One is troposphere, that is lower layer. Another one is the stratosphere, that is upper layer. The ozone layer of the troposphere is known as bad ozone layer, and the ozone layer of stratosphere is known as good ozone layer, because this good ozone layer only act as a ozone shield for absorbing ultraviolet radiation from the sunlight, and also it prevents a human being against ultraviolet radiation. So the ozone layer is divided into two. The ozone layer of the troposphere is called a bad zone, and the ozone layer of stratosphere is known as good ozone. Dear students, 1 mark question as well as the 2 mark question. Differentiate between bad ozone and good ozone. The 1 mark question. The layer of the troposphere is known as dash zone, bad zone. The ozone layer of the stratosphere is known as good zone. Dear students, ozone is a colorless gas, react readily with the air pollutant and cause rubber to crack, hurt the plant life, damage the lung tissues. But this ozone zone absorbs harmful ultraviolet radiation such as ultraviolet beta and ultraviolet alpha radiation from sunlight. The next one is the Dobson unit. What is Dobson unit? So Dobson unit is the unit measurement of ozone layer. Total ozone layer is measured by the unit is called Dobson unit. 1 Dobson unit equal to 0.001 atmosphere centimeter. Atmospheric centimeter. So 1 Dobson unit is the number of molecules of ozone that would be required to create a layer of pure ozone 0.01 millimeter thick at a temperature of 0 degrees Celsius and a pressure of 1 atmosphere is known as 1 Dobson unit. So what is 1 Dobson unit? Is a number of molecules of ozone that would be required, that is need, to create a layer of pure ozone with a 0.01 millimeter thick at a temperature of 0 degree Celsius and the atmospheric pressure of 1. The total ozone layer over the Earth's surface is 0.3 centimeter thick and it is written as 300 DU. So this is the diagram which are showing the good ozone layer and a bad ozone layer. The false color view of ozone layer or total ozone, the purple and the blue color are where there is the least ozone, purple and blue color, and the yellow and the reds are the where there is more ozone. So yellow and red color is said to be the region of more ozone. The purple and blue color which indicates the less ozone. So nowadays, due to the human activities, emission of automobiles, agriculture, fertilizer, using in the agriculture area, burning of the fuel, the greenhouse gases are increased. They are absorbing large amount of heat, leads to the thickness of your ozone layer is reduced. So that is said to be ozone hole, which is measured by a unit is known as Dobson unit. So decreasing nature of the ozone layer which causes DNA damages. The thickness of the ozone column of air from the ground to the top of the atmosphere is measured in terms of Dobson unit. When the ozone shield is damaged by chemicals released on the Earth's surface, most probably chlorofluorocarbons, that is widely used in refrigerators, aerosols, chemical used in cleaners in many industries. So the decline in the thickness of the ozone layer over restricted area is called ozone hole. Is another important 2-mark question. So due to the human activities, the thickness of the ozone layer is decreasing or declining. குறைஞ்சிக்கிட்டே வருது. That is known as ozone hole. Dear students, 1-mark question. September 16 is known as the World Ozone Day. Dear students, the good ozone layer which is present in the ozone layer of stratosphere nowadays depletion or declining result in more ultraviolet radiation emission, particularly ultraviolet B radiation which are producing short waves. So this ultraviolet B radiation which are destroying the biomolecules which is present in the skin region make the skin to damage. Not only that, and the damages which are occurring in the tissue region also. The another ultraviolet radiation is C, is most damaging type of ultraviolet radiation. But this ultraviolet C is completely filtered by the ozone layer in the atmosphere. So the ultraviolet radiation contribute 65% of ultraviolet 95% of ultraviolet radiation which causes tanning, burning of the skin. That means they are producing irritation on the skin region and which cause skin cancer. Hence, the uniform layer is critical for the well-being of life on the Earth. That means the thickness of the ozone layer should be maintained uniformly. Then only the human beings' life activities are protected on the Earth. So, the human is also do certain activities. That means avoid using things under automobiles which are emitting the greenhouse gases. Dear students, in 1970s, the research findings are indicated that man-made CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, reduced and convert ozone molecule in the atmosphere. The threat associated with the reduced ozone layer pushed the issue to the forefront of global climatic issues and gained promotion through organizations such as World Meteorological Organization and the United Nations. The Vienna Convention was agreed upon at the Vienna Conference in 1985. So this Vienna Convention is entered into force in the year 1988, provided the framework or outline necessary to create regulative measures in the form of Montreal Protocol. The international treaty called as Montreal Protocol in the year 1987 was held in Canada. on substances that deplete ozone layer. That means what are all the things which are decline or deplete the ozone layer. And the main goal of this Vienna Convention is, or Montreal Protocol is, gradually eliminating the protection and consumption of ozone depleting substances and to limit the damage on the Earth's ozone layer. That is the main aim of Montreal Protocol, was held in Canada in the year 1987. Next one, CDM, that is Clean Development Mechanism. It is otherwise known as Kyoto Protocol in the year 2007, which provides projects-based mechanism with the two objectives: to prevent the dangerous climatic changes and to reduce the greenhouse gases emission. The CDM project helps the countries to reduce or limit emission of stimulate sustainable development. An example for CDM project activity is the replacement of conventional electrification project with solar panels or other energy efficient boilers. Such products can earn certified emission reduction, that is CER, certified emission reduction, with the credits and scores, each equivalent to 1 ton of carbon dioxide, which can be counted towards meeting Kyoto agents. The important topic is plant indicator. It's the important 2 mark, 3 mark and 1 mark question. The presence or absence of certain plants indicates the state of environment by their response. So some of the plants respond to the environment and indicate the environmental condition. The plant species or a community act as a measure of environmental condition. It is referred as biological indicator or phytoindicators or plant indicators. Some plants which are indicating the environmental condition are lichens, ficus, pinus and rose, indicate the pollution of sulfur dioxide. Petunia indicates the nitrate, and chrysanthemum also indicates the nitrate. Gladiolus, fluoride pollution. Robinia pseudocacia, black locust tree, indicator of heavy metal contamination. So plants which are indicating the pollution or environmental condition is known as plant indicators. Different plant and their indicators are given in the table column. So the table column is very, very important for 1 mark question as well as the 3 mark question. The question is, what is plant indicator? Give some example. Dear students, up to this I conclude my video. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.